Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about how to do a NFIRS report in ImageTrend Elite. One of the things, a couple of things I'm going to go over with you is not only doing the report itself, but looking at old reports and stuff that you're involved with, as well as navigating around the main ImageTrend interface. So to start out again, the icon for this is on the desktops and on the iPads, and it says NUCFD ImageTrend Elite. So what you'll want to do, and the username and password is still your first initial of your first name, your last name, and if you have not already signed it and changed your password, the temporary password is NUCFD123. So I'm going to log in with a test account here. So once we get in, when you log in on the ImageTrend Elite side, you're going to see this little screen pop up. It's going to tell you when your Meta card expires. So you'll have to just hit yes to this every time. This is only on the Elite web side. It is not on the Elite field, which is where you do your EMS reports. So this is what it's going to look like when you log in. There'll be these announcements. These are from ImageTrend. It's supposed to be coming over. We can put announcements on here as well. But to kind of go over the overall layout of this, some of these tabs, there's really just nothing to it. You know, where it says Northern Eden, there's nothing here for it. Resources, there's nothing there. Tools, the only thing that's there is Scheduler. We are not, as your email from Chief Riffle showed, we're not going to be using Scheduler yet. It's still a work in progress. So more to come for that later on. Community, if you ever have any questions about how to do something, if you can't get, if you just want to look it up, the Help University has plenty of videos on how to do things on the overall usage. It even breaks it down into just the regular user level as far as videos and help for that. And that's to just add to if you want to try that before you contact me or anybody else for help, but don't hesitate to contact me on this. So to get into the overall for the NFIRS reports, you want to click on our incidents. And what you're going to see is under incidents, it's going to be, your fire and EMS are all grouped into one. Off to the side here, you'll see these switch to options. Those are just different sub layers that we can do. For the inspections, documents, you can click to that. It changes this to that section, or training activities changes to that. But for this video, we want to stay underneath the EMS and fire. To view your existing fire runs for NFIRS, so we'll go ahead and click fire. It's going to bring up the incident list, and it's going to bring up a date range right off the bat. And you can these are going to be runs that you're attached to that you'll be able to see. Some users have more permissions than others, but the general user will just see the runs that they're attached to. So this is just going to show you from 11:20 to 12:04 of the test runs that have already been put in. And it takes a few seconds for the information to pop up. All right. So there's just a couple runs it shows, and it shows the validity number, the status, whether it's still being completed, draft, or true complete, the incident date, the incident number. Again, as I talked to you about in the EMS video, the fire run numbers are going to look different from the EMS numbers because of the way NFIRS requires the numbers to be formatted. It's going to tell you the incident type and then the address, and then you have the ability to view attachments. You can view the messages that might be attached to that run if there is any. You can view the incident history report. You can print the report, and this will actually take you over into the report. So that's just the gist of how the incident list looks. And there's other filters you can break down. You can change. You can just either remove the dates, or you can change the status. If you want to look for a specific status on a report, you can do it that way. And there may be some changes that come to this down the road. Yeah, underneath this, you'll see this little tab here, or this little section for locked. If there's a little padlock there, it means you can't get into the report making any changes. It means it's locked from changes. So, but go ahead and start a NFIRS report. What you want to do is you want to click the one that says NUCFD fire form. And what that's going to do is it's going to auto come up, bring up a brand new form. It's going to assign it a NFIRS run number right off the bat. So it looks a lot like the EMS reports. Anything that's red needs to be filled in. A lot of this stuff is set by NFIRS, so it's not a whole lot of stuff we didn't change, and we've added a few things into it, but most of it is all the same as what was already on there. Location, as you add things in, things are going to change. So incident type, if you select building fire, it's going to pop up fire or structure fire. And you can also click in like an EMS report. You can click the line button here, and it's going to bring it all up here on the side, and it breaks it down into the categories. So you could actually select the different categories, and see now it's going to change what needs to be put in there. So basically, what it is filling everything that's red, just like an EMS report, and then once you're down here, it's going to tell you, and this number will change based on your answers. This is points. This is not percentage. So your goal is to get 100 points, or as close to 100 points as possible. Some more than just like the EMS, you have print. You can print the report straight out of here. You can print it into a PDF mode. We don't have any worksheets. Well, we do have a worksheet with this. The vehicle worksheet is obviously for vehicle crashes. And what this does is you can put in the vehicle information of what type it is, driver information, and so we can keep track of that for a crash. The other tool that we have here is the app. You'll see down here is the apparatus tool, and this you'll need to do to put the apparatus and the individual times for that apparatus in here. So basically, you select the add apparatus, and you select the one you're wanting to go with. You can hit the more button, it'll pop up everything else. You select your actions. You select, if you have any other apparatus, whether you respond to lights and sirens. You can also, and this is where you put the individual truck times in. If there's only one truck and you already put them in on the other page, you can change the times on that first page. I'll show you that in a second. So you put your times in, and you just hit save. And now when you hit save, it's going to bring you back to this. You can edit the apparatus if you want to go back in and edit that same information. You can edit personnel, go in and add personnel. And it's just a select at first, so just select a couple names here, hit save, and now you see where it's going to add in. What you want to do is once you do that, you want to edit personnel again. It's going to bring up the main list, and now you can go in and put their time in and time out. This is how on fire runs you're going to get paid. It's very similar to the firehouse what we do now, and it's already got your pay rate based on what's in the system for you. So remember, when you do that time in time out, just like what's on our current sign-in sheet for runs when you come in, hit save on that. It'll auto calculate everything out for that. Make sure you do the rolls as well, where they were setting. Again, these are all specified by NFIRS. I can't really change those. And this, what I talked about changing the times, what was in the incident time, you can hit that overwrite, and that'll move everything that's in the NFIRS form will move into that. Summary here is where your incident narrative goes. Again, there is no auto narrative with ImageTrend. We've turned that off due to legal reasons. Ignore that little thing right there. It's because I'm probably having some internet issues. Your authorization, similar thing we had before. Remember making report, officer in charge, that information goes there. And then that's pretty much it. So once you're done, you hit save. Hit save and close. and then you'll just hit finish. When I'm going to go ahead and close without finishing, since I didn't put any information in, but when you're completely finished with your run, you want to make sure you hit the finish button. That's pretty much the gist of putting an NFIRS report in. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me, or Chief Riffle, or Michelle, or Adam, and we'll be glad to help you. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. I know it's quick, but it'll at least help you out if you need some information on how to do it again. Thank you for all your help.